All right, well, good afternoon and thank you for joining us. A little bit of excitement in Springfield earlier this morning. Strong winds, possibly a tornado, quite a bit of damage to the city utility system. So before we get right to that, I want to say we haven't had a situation like this in many, many years. We're going back to about 2007, 2008 with the ice storms of that period. So I'm going to bring Dwayne Folk up here, our president and CEO of City Utilities, to kind of give us an overview of exactly what is going on. Following that, Warren Brooks, our vice president of electric operations, is going to give us a more detailed look at what's going on. So Dwayne?
Thank you, Joe. Good afternoon, everyone. Our community is experiencing widespread power outages and significant storm damage, including down power lines across the area. First and foremost, I want to emphasize that safety is our top priority. We are responding quickly and carefully to ensure the safety of our public, our crews, and our community partners. Our utility teams are in the field now, assessing damage and making critical repairs, and will work around the clock to restore power as quickly and safely as possible. We're coordinating closely with the Office of Emergency Management, local fire departments, and other response agencies to make sure every action we take is aligned and effective. This is a challenging situation, but I want our customers to know you're in good hands. We are prepared, we have the right people and resources in place, and we are committed to keeping you informed every step of the way. We will continue to provide updates through our website, social media channels, and local media partners as we make progress. We also encourage our customers to download and use the City Utilities My Account app for outage updates and estimated restoration times. Thank you for your patience and understanding as we work together to recover. I'd now like to bring up Warren Brooks, our Vice President of Electric Operations, for a more detailed update.
Thank you, Dwayne. As we begin our restoration work, we have identified approximately 50,000 outages of the 120,000 electric customers served by City Utilities. As Joel mentioned, we have not experienced an outage of this magnitude since the ice storms of 2007 and 2008. Due to the amount of damage, we have declared a large-scale emergency, and we've requested assistance from our various mutual aid partners. This will be a prolonged restoration and repair event. There are numerous poles broken, significant damage to our distribution and transmission facilities, and multiple trees down within our service territory. We will be working around the clock to make repairs and restore power as quickly as possible. But again, this event has left significant damage, and it will take several days or more to fully complete our restorations. Some homes may have sustained damage to their electric service point, and if that's the case, repairs must be made by a licensed electrician and approved by an inspector before City Utilities can restore electric service to that property. These events result in multiple electrical hazards. As a reminder, never drive over or approach a down power line. If using a generator, only operate them outside and do not plug them into any electrical outlets, but rather use the outlets on the generator for anything that needs power. This prevents backfeeding onto our electrical system, which can pose additional dangers to our workers in the field. Lastly, I would ask everyone to please respect the work zones of our field employees and provide access when needed. Sometimes they need to access backyards to restore power, so please work with them, be patient with us, and we'll get through this together. Thank you. Now I'll turn it back to Joe.
Thanks, Warren. Like you just heard, this is a significant event, so we are going to be on the ground working on this for several days. I want to remind you of a few phone numbers and contact points. If you need to report a power outage, use the City Utilities My Account app or call 1-888-863-9001. That's 1-888-863-9001 to report that outage. Down power lines, call 417-863-9000 or 911 immediately. If you have a natural gas odor you suspect or suspect a leak, call 417-863-9000 or 911 immediately. Evacuate that area. If you smell natural gas, do not touch anything electric or make a phone call from that area. Make sure you're a safe distance away. Storm damage not involving lines or outages, call 417-829-6200. 417-829-6200. I want Commissioner Bob Dixon to come up now and introduce a couple of guests he has with him.
Thank you, Joel. I'll give a quick update from the Greene County Highway Department as far as what we're seeing around the county. We have received hundreds of calls today from residents regarding trees down on county roadways, either partially or fully blocking both lanes of travel. Many of those trees have become entangled with overhead power lines, making them impossible for our crews to remove immediately, and they're coordinating with various utility companies. We do want to remind folks to stay away from those lines, let our crews work as they're coordinating on that. Currently, we have more than 100 different locations reporting trees that are blocking travel on county roadways again. But areas of highest impact seem to be in the western portions of the county and the northern portions of the county. And crews are responding with snowplows actually to push debris from roadways and with chainsaws where they're able to do that. The highway crews will work until about 7 o'clock this evening to continue clearing those roadways, and we anticipate having all of the primary roadways reopened, at least one lane of those, by the time those crews leave, and we'll reassess roadway obstructions again tomorrow morning, and we're of course watching any potential weather this evening. Just as a final reminder, residents are encouraged to again stay away from those down power lines, but either contact the Greene County Highway Department regarding down trees at 417-831-3591. That would be your primary contact, and 911 as a backup to report fallen trees or debris on county roadways. I would now like to invite Kelly Price up, who is the Communications Director for Liberty Utilities, one of the utility companies representing, taking care of customers in that part of the county that had significant damage. Kelly?
Thank you. I'm Kelly Price with Liberty, and just give you a quick update. We are currently at about 15,000 customers without power throughout our service area. We have roughly 180,000 customers. At the peak of this outage, we were at about 23,000. In this particular area, the bulk of those are in the Republic and Aurora areas, also in Willard. It was extensive damage across our service area. At this point, we have a count of about 111 poles damaged and transmission structures. So similar to what city utilities shared, this is extensive, and the restoration is likely to be prolonged. We are expecting roughly in the 24 to 48 hours for service restoration. We are also posting information on our Facebook page. We're posting regular updates on our website, so you can follow those there. And in the Aurora area, we are also the water company. And in Aurora, Verona, and Marionville, we are working to bring in generators for our well sites. Customers could experience low water pressure. If that happens, we would ask that they call in and report that. We are also asking customers to help us by conserving water as well. That'll just help all the customers in that area since we have a power outage. So those updates are also going on our Facebook and website, so you can follow those there. We are bringing in additional crews to support our restoration efforts. Our crews will be working into the evening and night, and they'll be back at it early tomorrow morning. All the safety messaging that you've heard earlier, it applies, so please be very careful around down power lines. We ask our customers to be particularly careful if they have tree limbs or debris in their yard. If you're starting your cleanup effort, you need to treat every single wire like a live wire, and call us. Our phone number is 1-800-206-2300. You can call us to report down lines. You can call us to report your outage. We also have My Account, so you can use the My Account app or website to report your outage there. Our crews, thank you in advance for your patience. They are working as quickly and as safely as they can to restore service for our customers.
do appreciate all of our partners and all the crews that are out working. And speaking of partnership, I want to invite Colin Quigley, interim city manager of City of Springfield, to wrap up.
All right, thank you, Commissioner Dixon, I appreciate that. I want to first express our appreciation to our emergency responders, including law enforcement and public works, and highway department staff, fire, emergency services. In an event like this, like we had today, coordination and collaboration are key and vitally important to recovery. So thank you to city utilities and other utility providers for working diligently to restore power. Also working with us, we've got Springfield Public Schools, Cox, Mercy, the airport, 911. Appreciate all of our partners. Our top priority is public safety, and rest assured we're all working together on this. So there's police and fire services are back in normal operations. Many of our facilities are still without power, but we're back in normal operations in terms of fire and police coverage. Public safety, on some statistics here, public safety responded to 291 calls for traffic control. Public Works responded to 239 calls, service calls through 911, and about 200 service calls that we received through our Citizen Resource Center related to trees and other street issues. Our arborists with Public Works have addressed about half of those issues at this point. We've been able to manage so far with our crews, not having to bring in additional crews for that. We'll be working around the clock, bringing in a couple of additional crews tonight to continue that work. Springfield Fire responded to 10 reports of gas leaks. Total number of 911 calls to date since 8 a.m. this morning is 1,363 calls, and they typically receive an average 911 call about 50 to 75 an hour. So obviously they've been very busy there. So give this back to Joel.
Thank you, Colin. As you can tell, and we've all kind of reinforced that this is an all-hands-on-deck situation. We're going to be round the clock at city utilities. I believe Liberty is as well with their situation. This is going to take a while. We haven't had this experience or these events since about 2007, 2008. I know we kind of keep going back to that, but if you were around for 2007, 2008, that's going to give you a little flashback of how serious this is. At this point, we have several representatives here from the city, the county, OEM, fire. We take any of the questions that you have.
If I could ask, a lot of folks have tree limbs in their yards, various other pieces of sort of tree debris. What should they do about disposing of those things?
That's a great question, and that typically comes up during an event like this, and we will be updating the public tomorrow after we complete a full assessment as to what actions they can take.
That answer that?
About as well as you can.
Worcester County.
That makes sense.
Joel, I'll go on the city as well. We do have a yard waste recycling center. That will be there for drop-offs. Will be our normal operational hours will be there. We want to ask people, since they'll be really busy, that they kind of space it out a little bit. So it takes some time. We'll have long lines probably as people queue up to have their yard waste disposed of there. So it's our yard waste recycling center, so it's our normal facility. It's open Tuesday through Saturday. So I would say take your time in processing that through.
Anybody else?
In terms of power outages, obviously because there's such a significant number, should people be expecting updates every hour, every couple of hours? What kind of updates should the people of Springfield be expecting?
As Kelly said with Liberty, we're going to be updating on our sites as well, website. We're not going to try to provide media an update before their major newscasts. We've always done that. We're going to keep trying to do that. So monitor any of your media resources that you have out there. We'll do our best to get that out there. This is going to be a while. You know, this is serious damage. This is significant damage. So it's going to take us a while to get everything back on, not only with city utilities, but with Liberty and all the other providers that are out there. But the neat thing about this is, if there is a neat thing about this, you get to see how this community and this area work together. And you can't ask for a better area.
Is there an estimate of how many people might have been injured or during this event, or is that still?
We talked with Mercy and Cox, and we're not aware of any injuries at this point.
I'm not.
Okay, nothing else? We'll conclude this and we will see you later. Thank you.